Greetings everyone! Welcome to the final part of The Dawn of X, the crossover between the classic and X series. Are you ready to finish this saga? I am. But first, recap time. In the present, Mega Man and company still struggle against the Wily Walker. Dr. Light and Roll work on a countermeasure, and Doctors Wily and Cossack argue about robot weapons. In the future, the Maverick Hunters also struggle against the Walker, leading to Vile's violent assault. During the cleanup, X meets Xander, who learns of his cause's survival before disappearing back into the time stream. Sigma and X join the fight, prompting the Walker to arm the chemical weapons. Starting with the present, Rock's team is getting creamed. Dr. Wily, with permission from Dr. Cossack, instructs Rock on modifying Brightman, while Dr. Light and Roll send Rush to the site with the needed equipment to stop the Wily Walker. The modifications ready, Brightman unleashes his trademark weapon, stunning the giant behemoth. Rock attaches the disabler part, and the deactivated death machine falls into the chasm. With everyone safe, Dr. Light instructs Rock to toss the message capsule into the chasm, so future generations can finally deal with the Wily Walker. Well, let's see how the next generation finishes the mechanical monster. The Maverick Hunters and X have a better experience with the Walker, and that thing finally falls, with only X bearing the damage. Sigma calls in help to clean up the mess, and Zero sees promise in X becoming a hunter, much to Vile's frustration. Sigma gives X and Zero his congratulations before Zero takes X away for repairs. Dr. Kane and Sigma discuss Zero's behavior, which leads to Sigma to question not only the Red Robot's potential, but X's. And thus we leave the world of X. Xander returns to the present, crazier than ever thanks to future knowledge. After the agents arrest him, they contact Light about reports of space station robots going offline thanks to a new group of robot masters in the area. In prison, an insane Xander scribbles his experiences on the wall, including Sonic the Hedgehog? This arc's ending was anticlimactic. Before you produce torches and pitchforks, let me explain. All characters involved have plot armor, and seeing as there are still future game adaptations featuring these characters, having them die in this story would be stupid. But I do give the story credit for setting things up in both time periods. Let's start with X's time. Sigma mentions future Mavericks, Flame Mammoth, and Toxic Seahorse. During the battle with the Walker, Zero briefly uses Sigma's Beam Saber. I like this detail because it shows that at this point, Zero does not have the Z-Saber, and he'll get it during the events of Mega Man X2. Vile's line about X not worthy of even being a B-class hunter? Well, guess what rank X becomes in the games. X's reluctance to harm someone? This fits his personality in the games. Heck, he monologues about why Reploids fight in half of them. Lastly, before we leave the world of X, we have Sigma. With the occasional slasher smile and the mentioning that Reploids are superior to humans, you can tell that he's already planning his rebellion. And the line about X's potential is a nod to his Maverick Hunter X incarnation. And that, folks, is the end of our look into the world of Mega Man X. For now. Would I like a spin-off? Sure. But from what I've heard, it'll depend on the sales of the Mega Man comic. So come on, show your support. Buy it at comic shops, local or online, or you can get it from various comic apps. Show the powers that be that you want a Mega Man X comic book. Okay, that's enough plea. Let's move on to Rock's time. What saves Rock's team is a modified Brightman, using his trademark weapon, Flash Stopper. Surely this won't bite anyone in the rear later on, but considering Wily instructed Rock on the modifications... Nice detail on Pharaoh Man's attitude towards Brightman's power, considering Flash Stopper is his weakness. Roll's line about Rush's condition implies he's still not in tip-top shape. Makes sense considering the next story arc. Convenient Xander Payne returned to the present, but who else will antagonize Mega Man in the future besides Dr. Wily? Those markings on the wall? A sign of things to come? Or a nod to the Sonic Mega Man crossover? You decide. This story gets a 7.5. I'll state again that the ending was anticlimactic, but there were plenty of game nods that made me smile. But folks, at long last, it's time for the Mega Man 3 story arc. Mega Man will head into space to stop the Mega Man 3 Robot Masters, and I'll elaborate more when I start reviewing that arc. So until then, be safe everyone! You know, this arc made me nostalgic for the original Mega Man X game. Time to fire up my Wii Virtual Console